video thing today. We have to do it a little bit different to have a guest. So hopefully all of this works. I seem to have this going. We have chat. And hopefully the ambient music in the background isn't too crazy, but I can't hear it. So you'll have to let me know. I can crank it if I want, but I will leave it alone. Let me just see. It might take a second to get everything going. Hold on one second. All right. Cool. We have people. Hi. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Haley. Good morning, Kinga and Holly. Good evening. We have people joining from all over the place, so it's not just morning for everybody. Poor Holly. I feel kind of bad that you do the stream and it's late for you, but that's okay. You'll probably be more awake than I am. So today we have a special guest coming in to say hi. My ears hear no. I don't hear music either, but maybe that's just my brain. I don't know. I did try for music. I don't normally use this, so I usually stream through OBS through Restream. And that means that we end up having some stuff going on. It's different. This has some limitations. You don't see the colorful thing around me. It garbles my brain because I needed my brain garbled more. But this particular way of doing things is the only way I know how to have somebody else on screen. So it kind of works here. Holly says it's 5 p.m. here in the UK. Music is there, but quietly. Yay! As long as the music isn't overpoweringly crazy, that's good. I can turn up my volume if I am too quiet. Oh, I turned up my volume and I can hear the music more. That's weird. Cool. So we have Laura, good morning. Amy, good morning. Marcia, good morning. Brenda's here, good morning. Brenda's doing some casting of medallions and things, which is really exciting. We definitely need more molders and casters, so that is a good thing. I was in Haley's stream yesterday playing with things, so I'll show you guys that. There wasn't a lot of stuff that came in the mail, so blah, blah, blah. Relaxing music. I need here, maybe I should change that. Is relaxing too relaxing? Let's see. Chill hop. Future pop, what's that? Can I hear it? That's just weird. We have a guest. As I play with things, I can do a virtual background. Hip hop, lounge, down tempo. We don't want the poor music again, so we'll just stick with that. That's kind of fun. All right, so I was playing with customizing things with Haley, so I straightened out our little dude's neck, and I'm gonna park the feet back and then change all the hair, so it should be fun. And then I was playing with, actually, I can wait for that for our guest, because our guest was in Haley's thing too. We have Rayleigh, good morning. Finally acquired my first traditional size resin from you, and finally acquired an ink biter mare. Did email you. Yes, I am behind in emails. It's been a week of catching up and getting these things shipped, so we have some biters and some sagas and stuff. But Laura Rocksmith, good morning. All right, should I let my guest in before we do too much else? As she's sitting there waiting quietly. Like, I can hear you and see you, but you can't hear me. Well, no, you can hear me. We can't hear you. Okay, hold on one sec. Da, 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 da. We have Darren from DJB. Hopefully this connection works really good. So,
can you hear me?
Ta-da. I can hear you.
Great.
Cool. With your 5 bajillion ponies. I only have like 3 behind me. That's awesome. Cool. Really? He's like, is it Haley?
You should do
we're
that.
all bugging. Yeah, I think I can invite a whole bunch of people, actually. can do like multi things, and it's kind of cool. So Darren is also Canadian. Most of you probably know who she is. DJB, do you want to do a like studio spiel in case there's people that don't know who you are?
Sure. So my name is Darren, and I run DJB Studios. I've been running it since 2017, and I'm an active customizer and paint work. And I also run my own YouTube channel, so I have lots of tutorials and things people know me from is over there. So, and I also collect.
No, you don't collect anything. What are you talking about? Yeah, so figured it'd be kind of fun to do a guest because we haven't done that. Well, we did a combo stream once.
A long time ago.
A long time ago, and I think it was only on Instagram. So this is kind of cool. Yeah, so you were doing Haley's customizing hangout thing yesterday, and we kind of crossed paths for like half a second. So I was like, I gotta go find food because I'm gonna die. Chris had been up since like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had been slowly trying to right my brain and figure things out, and I hadn't even had food, and I had a sandwich, but it was just sitting there, and yeah, so it's like I gotta go.
Well, I ended up staying on the stream until like 5 p.m.
That's awesome. For those of you that haven't just hung out in one of Haley's streams, you don't have to customize or paint or whatever. You can just hang out to hang out and just chat ponies, which is kind of fun. I was just showing the kit that I straightened. So I straightened Kit's head, made him a little bit more square, which is kind of fun. And then I'm going to take all the hair off because I like hair. So that'll be fun. And then I was playing with Fireheart. So that is original Fireheart in mini form. And then I turned his head, made him a little bit more spicy, raised his leg, and you're gonna laugh at me. I totally messed up his shoulder. So I'm gonna have to fix that, but that's okay. And I lit his face on fire, which is also okay. That happens. But I'm gonna try and have I did poll people to see if they wanted painted or unpainted customs. And then obviously there's potential collaborations and stuff that will happen at some point as well. But I might offer some unpainted customs because I don't do the painting thing very often, and it's kind of fun for somebody to be like, oh, I really like this and I want to send this to my favorite painter versus me being like, oh, here, I picked for you. So that'll be kind of cool. I don't know what ones will be painted or unpainted. It depends on which ones say they want me to paint them. So that'll be cool. What did you work on? Top secret things?
No, it's a commission.
Okay.
I can go get it.
Yeah,
just over
you'll
there.
show it off. This takes some of the pressure off of me to show all the things, because this week I got one thing in the mail, my gummy pony sticker, which is not a pony, and it is not gummy. Well, oranges can be gummy. So, slightly boring mail week. Oh, the Rainer.
Oh, okay, there.
Rose Rainer. Very nice. That's a lot of hair. A lot of little...
It's like round in here too, so it's just hairs after hairs after.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And Haley's in the chat, so there's people that can be bugged or bug her. Let me just catch up on chat. Can you see the chat on your end? Or you?
I can. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's neat. I haven't seen it from that angle before, so. And it takes the comments from both places, so it's not working for streaming to Instagram right now, but anybody that's on YouTube or Facebook, it'll compile all the comments here, which is kind of nice. So yeah, Haley is doing one next Sunday. Wait, what? No. She's saying I'll come next Sunday. I have no idea what she means. She's like, maybe I'll come to the streams because you talk about me now. Yeah, so Haley, HN custom model horses. She's in the chat on Facebook if you want to hit her up for the next hangout. I try and pop in when I can. She kindly moved it from Sundays to Saturdays, which makes it a little easier for me to do it because it was like stream and then Haley and I normally ship, so kind of threw the thing off a little bit. We should start a petition for what? Uh-oh. Oh, which one's to paint? Yeah, so it's kind of fun. I'm super, like I've said before, I'm super excited to see him in like a traditional regular run so people can start ripping them apart. So I was really hoping that we would have it first thing this year, but they're being mean. So maybe because of Bolero they didn't do it, but that's okay. Ellen's here. Hello, Ellen. I'm almost done all the sour foamy things. I'm gonna see if I can find them locally. Ellen sent this giant, awesome box of treats from Sweden. It was so good. And they all had little notes of like, this is what this one is, and this is kind of like that, and this is my favorite one, and my cat bit the box with a picture of a cat. So cute.
So cute.
We have Elizabeth. Good morning, Elizabeth. Larissa. Good morning. Hope. Oh, we have a whole bunch more people. Want that fox sweater? Hope wants to steal your fox sweater. It is very cute.
That's pretty awesome.
So, Lori has a question. I'll pop it up. Ba-ba-da-ba.
Ooh.
Fancy. So when working, painting, or sculpting, I have to look around my camera to see it. Do you have to force yourself to stop working in a particular session? Do you want to answer that one?
I feel like we both are the same, and you forget to eat and go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
So I do.
I'm gonna raise myself up so I don't look like I'm so short. Hey. Yeah, so for me, I definitely have to stop myself because it gets to be too. I'll lose all focus. I won't sleep. I won't eat. I won't have fluids. I will just keep going and going and going and going. And my husband will eventually get to the point where he's like, "Okay, not healthy. Go."
Yeah, I find you're actually more productive if you do take breaks, but it like feels counterintuitive.
It does, because it's nice to get into that flow state of, okay, now I'm going to do all the things. It's really fantastic. Cool. That's fun to have questions. You guys can ask questions and we can do that and like tag team them. Kind of fun. Zarina's here. Hello. Haley's like, I meant to jump on the stream and take pressure off of you for showing everything off since Rayler suggested. Okay, yeah, we can do that. I can just interview random artists and be like, look, we have a guest. Do you want to ask them questions and put them in the hot seat?
I feel like that is a really cool thing. That's what, and it was really fun. The podcast kind of interview.
Yeah, when we did that with Emily. Yeah, I really enjoyed those. If you haven't seen those, Emily has them up on YouTube. I posted a link at one point. I should repost it because they were really good. So just kind of, she was really good at asking all the questions.
I think.
You cut out for half a second there.
Oh, sorry. They're on
YouTube. I wonder if I can find it. Maybe I'll find it and post it to the studio page after because they're really good. Teresa's agreeing. She's like, I don't know how to stop working on a project, working to the night like a chump. When I lived on my own, I would go to work during the day and then come home, and then all I would do is model horses until I couldn't function anymore. And then I would drag my butt to bed, go to sleep, get up, go to work, and then come back and do it again.
Yep.
That was the And it's funny because it feels like I do less stuff now that I'm full-time than I did when I did that.
I
It's
actually
probably
like a maximum. I can't go past 9 p.m. So I'm good that way. But I will work all day.
Oh. Just 9 p.m.? Oh. Okay. You're like early bedtime. Yeah. Let's see. They're talking about peeing in the chat. Angela says, hi, you two. You're two of my favorite artists. You guys have given me so much inspiration to get some of my models done. Aww. Just the crazy Canadians. We're having tons of fun, and then magical things happen, like being able to be full-time artists doing models. Who knew? I know that when I started collecting or even doing customizing and stuff, I had no idea that this could be a full-time gig, and I had no idea that I would get to where I am. And I think that there's still lots of good places to go with it. I don't think that I've kind of reached my maximum yet, so hopefully not. Be like, ta-da, we have Fireheart, we have Fin for Stone, I've done bronzes, and I quit, and then just disappear into the ether. Be like, there are no more goals. I still haven't won Best Customs, but I don't think I'll ever be able to because they won't let me play. Wait, I could move to a state that allows it for whatever is. You have to live there for 6 months?
No. I had a better plan for this. I have to
Okay.
do that one in the US.
Mm-hmm.
But like find someone really rich, marry them, and get all the money, and then move back to Canada and then be fine.
All right then. Then you're like, I have dual residency, everything's fine.
Yeah.
That's amazing. As long as it's in whatever state you're allowed to do the Best Customs in.
Right.
I was looking at I brought him up in the stream. So we had one opportunity when COVID hit to actually do Best Customs, and this is as far as I got. It is a poor chemo sausage head on a very customized huck body, and that is as far as he went because I had no idea we were actually going to be able to play. I've been following it for I don't even know how many years, waiting for my opportunity, and I didn't, but Darren did, and Darren won stuff. So, yay. Happy for you, mad at myself.
Yeah.
Cole, your model was somebody in the States, someone says. Oh, the gal in the cute fox sweater is Darren from DJB. So she's got an awesome YouTube channel with a whole bunch of cool tutorials. Also a fellow Canadian. And she's on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the good things. I wonder if I can put up here. I think I can do it. What's your handle?
DJB Studios and everything.
Should pop up. Oh, I have to show it. It's on my side, but that's okay. So that's her handle on all the socials. You can check her out on YouTube, Instagram. Maybe I should actually put at. No, not at. Ta-da! Using new technology. Cool. I'll leave that up for a little bit. So if anybody's wanting to check that out, there's so much chatting going on. You guys are awesome. He does deserve to be in.
There was a question down here too.
Oh. Whereabouts?
It says, do you have real horses?
Found it.
Hey.
Cool. Would you like to answer first?
Sure. So I do. I have as my own, but together with my family, mainly my mom, we have 3 old mare that I grew up with and learned to ride on, and then I recently purchased mine only 2-ish years ago. So his name is Drifter, and he's a boring brown little quarter horse.
He's a cute brown little quarter horse.
Very cute.
Very cute. And he can do all sorts of tricks now. He's learning
Yeah,
things.
we've been playing with clicker train really well, so we can do a bow now, and he's learning the Spanish walk. So
Super cool. Turbo is good at stomping, not so good at the Spanish walk. I'm trying to get him to like hover the foot, and he's like, "No, stomp for cookies." so that, I guess that leads into the fact that I do have a horse. He likes to stomp for cookies. His name is Turbo. If you had, I don't have a picture handy, I guess, but that's okay. He's a kind of plain looking coppery chestnut quarter horse. I wouldn't have probably picked quarter horse if I would have been choosing a specific breed. I was more like Araby Morgan type, but he grew on me quite substantially, and I love his bum. He gets bum hugs all the time because it's just delicious. And he's turning 20 this year. Yeah, next month in April. And so he's going to get a big pony birthday cake and all sorts of good stuff. If you'd bought a Fireheart in the original packaging, there's a picture of me and him on the back of the box, which is super cool. And Fireheart does actually have his weird wonky facial marking. And then all his little feet markings, because I had to somehow immortalize him because I knew that they probably wouldn't just do a plain version of Turbo and be like, "Look, it's Raven's horse."
they need to do that. They need to do Brown Quarter Horse series.
They do. Drifter's a really pretty color though. He's kind of got that livery thing going on. So
yeah. It's just funny because when you're looking to buy a horse, and especially like I could have an Appaloosa or a paint or buckskin or something really pretty. We got the phone call for Drifter, not really knowing what he was, and Maida saying, "I think I found the horse for you. He sounds amazing. He sounds perfect. You need to go look at him right now." Fair enough. That's what we.
Aww, poor Drifter. He's like, "You should just paint spots on his butt." I've sworn that I'm going to do that with Turbo and just paint a blanket on his bum. And then the owner of the barn will be like, "What? Where did the Appaloosa come from?"
I should do that for you, customizing my horse.
Yes. Yes, you should do that. That would be amazing. And you could do all, yeah. Okay. We're going to have to customize our real horses.
Yes.
Holly is saying we need more tutorials. Get on that, Darren.
Yes, I actually have big plans in the works, and I'm going to be revamping a lot of the tutorials. The color tutorials I did in the beginning was like when I also started painting, very early skills and tools and everything. So I plan on reworking like a whole color series very soon. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. She's more on it than I am. My last tutorial was about this one that's still not done. She's a little bit closer than she was in the tutorial on YouTube, but there are tutorials on YouTube that I have. It's just a matter of finding time to do that when I'm not doing biters and sagas and stuff. So that's been a lot of my existence. Plus, I have been working on 2 new sculptures, which I did preview last time, and I have posted to socials for people that are interested in seeing those for what's coming. I do have the intent, and then, you know, everybody has all the good intents, right? I have the intent that I will, once I'm done biters, have a little bit of spare time to, like, I'm going to carve away time to try and do tutorials and things, because I do want to do more of that. I really enjoy the teaching component, so I'd like to do more workshops. I'd like to do an online offering for workshops and more tutorials, but it just is challenging. So soon, hopefully. But Darren has lots, so in the meantime, go hit up Darren. I will put your thingy up again if you. There we go. Do that.
That's so good.
It is kind of funny. I can put up graphics too. Ooh, there's all sorts of things I can do. All right, that's cool. That's at ma. Oh, at like the Star Wars, the big stompy robot things that they wrapped the cords around. Those are at. Because I said at when I was trying to type. Follow Darren at and then the at. No, yeah. Anyway. And it isn't Amy. Laura's replying to Amy saying it's state laws, not Briar, who decides who can participate in the contest. And that is true. It has to do with online gambling in contests. Briar isn't saying we don't like you in particular to states or countries. They have limitations on what they're able to offer. And when they looked into things to see if what they could offer for during the COVID stuff, when they moved everything online, it kind of changed the game. And once they looked into things with their legal department, you can't unlook into things. So it's kind of caused problems. But I'm still mad I missed the one opportunity. I'm going to go live somewhere down in the States for a while. Does anybody want to adopt me for like 3 months while I work on a best customs horse? As long as you're a state that allows the best customs. Zuria's saying she has 5 stallions. That's a lot of stallions in one place. Oh, and Teresa says, don't forget about Darren's Sticker Club. Do you want to talk about that? Because normally I showed them off last week. I should have saved them. But Darren, you probably have a whole stack.
Yeah. So, well, this giant thing right here is my printer. I run a monthly sticker club, and it's all horse. Some examples to show you guys. But basically, it's 7 comes to around $5-ish American per month, and you get stick to your mailbox every month. And each year I have kind of it is poetry in motion, so horses in really dramatic, and it's super fun. I don't know. I stole it from Gummy Pony. I thought that would be a really fun thing to do. So, but it's all horses all the time.
It's all horses. It's not oranges now. So I didn't explain this fully. So Gummy Pony is Bryn, and Bryn was doing Gummy Pony stickers, and it was all ponies, and I guess she's getting really burnt out from ponies after doing them for 15 some odd years. I don't even know how long she's been doing the sticker club, but a long time. So she's like, I need to do stuff that's not ponies. So we got a bunny, and I think a cat, and then there's an orange. I'd assumed that it was going to be all animal things, but I was sorely mistaken because there's a very adorable orange. I think I might need some ponies scattered in there, or
yeah. So this was the March sticker that
it is very, very cute.
So the April ones are shipping very soon here. So if you technically sign up before the 31st, you'll get the April sticker.
We timed that well. That wasn't planned at all. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 more days, I guess, to sign up before the 31st, if you want to. This wasn't actually planned. I asked her last week, and I was like, hey, haven't done a thing. We should do a thing. Let's do a thing. So
I also have a giant sale coming on April 1st.
Yes.
So that's also in only 5 more days.
That's exciting. I have the big announcement that I posted about is not at my discretion, so I don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but there should be something really big coming. And it won't necessarily be for all of the peoples, but I think everybody will be able to enjoy it. And that'll be sometime probably between now. It'll probably be early April, but I don't control it, so we'll figure that out when it happens. It's always fun when there's secrets and I don't know them. Crystal is saying that your wedding photos were amazing with your horses. They were gorgeous.
Yes, that was so special.
My guy didn't get to come up we got married in a kiln. inside a big kiln in Medicine Hat, where they make like commercial pottery, and it was super fun. But
I didn't know that.
yeah, so there's a place called Medalta if you're ever in Medicine Hat. They make all the clay, the Plainsman clay down there that you see in all the art things. We had it in art class when I was in high school. They do like a 3D pottery thing, but most of the clay that you find in Alberta, and Plainsman's a pretty big brand kind of around everywhere, is all from Medicine Hat. And so they have these big beehive kilns, and you could fit probably 40, 50 people inside of each of these kilns. So we rented a kiln and got married inside of a kiln to forge our relationship. I don't know. I thought it was artsy and industrial. It was a good mix of all the things. So that was kind of cool. But Turbo would have not been invited because they wouldn't have let him inside of the kiln. We have
photos with the horses after the ceremony, and they were all the photos. But our horses are so chill that we were throwing umbrellas and bottles, and they were like asleep, like I don't need to put my ears up. So I have a video of like the entire like bridal party, like trying to make them put their.
That's amazing. Like, come on, ponies, pay attention.
Umbrella. They were like, no, seen that.
Too funny. Ellen has a good comment. I agree. Horse butts are best. Amy's saying that knowing that makes me want to Fireheart even more. It is partly Turbo. And for those, like I've mentioned it before, but Kathleen Moody's a huge inspiration, hence my Huck love. You can kind of see them up there. And that's not even all of them. That's only like 2/3 of them. And so there's a good chunk of her spirit kind of in there. She's inspired a lot of what I do with models in general. So it's kind of fun. Plain old bays are beautiful. I also agree with that. And Haley will too. Bays are gorgeous. Let's see. Paints aren't worth it? What? Are you talking about paint horses or paint colors? Let's see. Haley's paints aren't worth it. They're pretty, but they're sassy and high maintenance because they pretty much know they can get away with it.
I mean, this is true because my mom's buckskin, he's such a challenge because he knows that he's good looking. I swear.
Like, I'm gorgeous. What are you gonna do about it? Discipline me? No. Rayleigh says she has a thing for bays. First horse was I'll put it up on the thing. Was a Bay Morgan. Second was a Bay Tobiano. Third was a Bay Gelding. Current horse is a Tobiano paint that's in the profile pic. Also Bay. I do have a thing for bays. Bays are just gorgeous. Most of the models that I have on the shelf are actually some variation of Bay because Bay. And I like painting Bay. Let's see. They do choose us. Teresa's saying that they choose us. We don't choose them. Wanted a buckskin paint mare with blue eye. Ended up with a chestnut stallion miniature horse. Yes. That's a bit of a difference, Teresa. We had Turbo actually grew like most of his time when I bought him. The owner that I got him from had a mini farm and raised and bred them and trained them and showed them. So there was always a whole bunch of minis around. And there's confusing information on whether he liked they had a mini donkey. And my friend swears that he hated the mini donkey and all the sounds the mini donkey made. And then the previous owner said that, oh no, he loved the mini donkey. So it'd be kind of interesting to see, because I'd like a mule and they make horrible sounds. He'd be like, why is this thing my friend? You don't. And they tend to bond to horses you put them with. So I can just picture Turbo being like, why? Why is this my life? And the donkey being like, I love you. So
there was a miniature donkey that lived down the street from us. and the lady let her donkey run free. So she would take him down the trails, but he was a stud. There was one moment when my mom had our horses out in the yard, and we had 2 mares at the time. And the donkey, like, caught wind of her and, like, jumped through the fence and was jumping hard. It was absolute bedlam, and, like, this tall. Like, you're not gonna, like...
Those would have been really cute, like, little mini mules, though. Just saying.
It was pretty funny.
Saga is so... Laura is saying that Saga is better behaved than Biter, and that is 110% truth. She comes out, like Fable actually did, super, super clean and nice. Biter comes out like a dink. So... Oh, and speaking of that, wait, those 2 are yours, Darren.
Yeah.
So, she's the last of the M group, with the exception of the one person I can't get email or address confirmation from, so I'll keep chasing that person. But in the meantime, we will be shipping yours probably today.
Yay.
And then I will move on to our N batch, which is Nile Crocodile, which will be exciting. Oh, on that note, the Olps have taken the last week off because they were sick, or Tom was sick. So the baby scuttles will start to go out. The ones that were supposed to ship this week will ship, or last week will ship this week. And then I didn't notify people of the next batch because we were kind of waiting on how Tom would feel. Sounds like he's doing much better, so I will start contacting you guys this week for M. I think we're on M. And I cannot remember what cute baby animal M was. I keep getting the 2 mixed up because we're kind of at the same, like, we're shipping M and now N and now M of Scuttle. So Biter's on M turning to N and Scuttle's on M. So it's, my brain's like, Megalodon. I'm like, no, it's cuter than that. It was like Meesling or something. I don't know. It gets confusing. I should have done something else. Or, I don't know. Nobody knows. Let's see. She's definitely not bitey like Biter. She's very, very nice. So if you have Saga stuff, I guess Laura was having some challenges with her email. So if you're waiting on a Saga thing, email Laura Brown. She is in the comments, so you can also hit her up there. But we should have some more of those to send out right away here, because she casts up so much easier. Yay. What else we got? Haley's right about something. She's making us t-shirts for the show. Just fair warning. Yeah. There's a show coming up in, not Lethbridge, Bassano in August. And that's one of the big Canadian shows that'll be Downtown Live. And Haley's going to come up for that. Darren will be there. I think Bobby's going to end up limiting entries, because last year there was 30 entrants and it was quite large. So if you want to participate in that show, you're gonna have to pre-sign up, is what it sounds like it'll be.
It's August 12th and 13th.
August 12th and 13th. See, look at you having prepared organizationness. I have chaos. Let's see. Teresa says, I can live there. Yay, there's an extra stall. Amy says she'll adopt me too. Stay at my mom B&B. Just take a left and right. It's so funny to read some of the comments because we're not necessarily, I can't follow all of the trains of thought. And then I'm like, take a left and a right. Where are we going? Amy says, your stickers are so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Darren's audio is low. I can fix that. Try again.
Hello? Hello? Is that better?
That's probably better. You're quieter than I am. I'm kind of loud. So that's probably where the difference is coming from.
I need to purchase and do it off my computer because then I have like a good mic. mic.
Oh, I've got a Yeti.
Yeah, I have a ball currently because I don't have a camera.
Oh, you guys probably can't hear that. I'm like scratching the mic thing. ASMR? ASMR?
Do you like watching those?
I
don't.
find the visual textural ones really satisfying. The sounds bug me sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't do this.
I don't need mouth sounds any more than there already is mouth sounds.
You don't like the really weird whispers?
Not my
We're
jam.
now playing with the ponies because there's a Dremel in the background.
Horse SMR.
Yep. Teresa's saying stupid secrets. You guys have no idea. There's so many secrets all the time, forever. Even if it's just our own little plans for like what I'm gonna do for Briarfest or what Darren has coming up on the 1st. So many secrets. But I would definitely follow Darren for her sale on the 1st.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be awesome. And Haley's gonna be broke for the rest of the existence. It's gonna be amazing. Let's see. Oh, I'm way behind in the comments. People are still talking about me getting married. For the record, Darren, here. I'm still hating life. Doing that Amadeus because thank you so much for that. Did you make her do the Leopard Appaloosa?
Well, she chose to because I was painting spots.
Such a bad influence. Look at those
Yeah.
pony measles. They're just all the pox. Pony pox. Crystal saying draft horses are my favorite. Sucker for Black and Dark Bay, says Katie. Ooh, Bay Pinto Arab mare. Marcia, that sounds amazing. I always wanted a Leopard Appaloosa Arab, but it needed to look mostly Arab, just with the coloring of the Leopard Appaloosa, because that was my dream pony when I was a kid. Zarina says Arabs are my favorite because they're sassy. Quarter horse booties are the best, Katie. I agree. Brenda says her first horse was a dapple gray Egyptian Arab gelding. Second horse was a Bay Morgan Appaloosa. Wow. You need to show us pictures next time. That'd be awesome. Zarina's like, they do have big bums. My Mustang hated goats, says Christine. Last 2 goats came to live on the ranch. Aww. Darren has goats and showed baby pictures of baby goats.
I have some extra here.
Can you steal the one little pinto-y looking baby goat for me?
Those are called moon spots.
Moon spots? So cute.
Yeah.
Teresa says her saga's finally horny. Look, it's so cute!
The spots.
I love the spots. It's like Appaloosa goats.
But like, they're so small pictures. They're so little.
They're so tiny. And do they are born with blue eyes and the eyes change just like everything else, right?
No, these ones actually have blue eyes. So the Billy
Oh, cool.
breed that into them. It's more desirable for breeding and stuff.
Because you want the big, like, blue eyes with the giant goat pupils?
I don't craze, but everybody seems to be on the boat.
Fair enough. Marcia says she's looking forward to her scuttle. Oh, getting ready to start casting my next 2 medallions, says Katie. Rosenbauer and very nice. I think I've seen them in my passings. You'll have to put a link in the comments. You guys, you can shamelessly self-promote too. You can share your love of awesome. We are here for the sharing of the hobby awesome. Sounds like a church service. It is Sunday. Yeah, we were actually, that came up in the hangout the other day. We were talking, like yesterday, we were talking about kind of the magic of the hobby and how there's a weird combination of horses and art that just is super healing and super special. And you guys have heard me talk about the hobby being an awesome magic place and how we have to keep cultivating that awesome, because there's always going to be funky things that come into the mix. There's always going to be people that are poo-pooing whatever or causing trouble or drama or whatever. But the hobby's helped me through a lot of really hard times and really trying things, and I know it's helped a lot of you through it too. I was bullied because I loved horses, so it was kind of nice to find a community of people that liked horses like me and couldn't stop talking about them like me, and apparently can't stop just horses. Like the meme you posted the other day where it had like the big blob of horses, and it's like me liking horses, and it just slowly absorbs you, and then you just become horses.
Yeah.
My husband keeps asking, he's like, when are you going to get tired of sculpting horses and move on to something else? I'm like, I probably have enough horses running around in here that I will never run out of ideas or get bored of it, probably ever.
Agreed.
Same?
Agreed.
You're like, as you have the horde. Laura's saying, we love my chaos. So Darren is much more organized and less chaotic. When she came over for the workshop, she was like, oh, you're like made of chaos. It's kind of true. And my husband is too. So we make a very interesting pair. Oh, I do have transmissions to show. Oh, show you guys though.
Transmission.
Yeah. That is a transmission my husband is making, and it is color shift blue purple. Let's see if we can get a bigger. You guys wanted to see them last time. So it is a blue purple color shift. It goes to like eggplant, almost black, and then pops blue. So it's got interference colors. It has glitter, metal flake. Guys don't call it glitter, they call it metal flake. And then there's the Ram logo on the top that we altered a little bit to make it look kind of more unique. But it is a really neat color. So blue purple, he did a green purple. He's got all sorts of ideas. He bought glow in the dark paint. I don't know why you need your transmission to glow in the dark, but he's having fun. He needs a creative outlet too. Let's see.
I actually came across, I'll have someone put out a hobby survey this morning.
Oh, who's that?
Don't remember. I did the survey, but it was just to get like a general poll of who's not, who shows, who doesn't, kind of like more statistics on.
Oh,
isn't really anything out there.
That's super cool. Yeah, if you could find who that is, that'd be neat to kind of see. It'd be neat to see how everything breaks up, because I know there's a lot of people that collect that don't show, and I know there's a lot of people that show. It'd be neat to see what the division of that is. I think Crystal's wondering how goats fit so much food in their mouths. How do I put so many snacks in my mouth? Force of will.
Goats actually are extremely picky. Eat
What?
anything that touches the ground. So if you throw vegetable matter on the ground, they won't eat.
What? But they'll eat like glue and labels and things, no?
No.
Oh,
not really.
That's
They
okay.
don't. People think they are, and even like people clean up their yard, they don't clean up anything because they just top all the good part, the leaves off the plant, but the plant will still just be there. So they don't actually destroy anything.
Oh. Huh.
And they just want tulips. They don't actually want to eat.
All right then.
Hey, from the goat pickiness. It's true.
You would know better than I. Do not have goats. I have cuddled baby goats before, but I do not have goats. I'm still behind in the comments. Oh my god. Feigning goats are awesome. Always wanted a llama, Zarina says. I'll join that church of hobby awesome. Go Amy. It is pretty cool though. We are very lucky, and I think that sometimes it's easy to forget it in the grand scheme of things, of how awesome this hobby is and how much talent we have, how so many people are so willing to share what they know, which is really cool. I'm not trying to not share what I know. It's just time to do tutorials and things. I could just film stuff and put it out raw, and you guys could deal with that.
Always been really good if, like, I know if I've ever had a question, you'll usually be able to answer a bunch of questions recently to other artists, because I'm kind of going in a deep dive of primer and paint, and he responds right away with like what they use exactly that they have. So that's pretty fine art.
Yeah, you're on quite the journey with your paints and your primers right now.
Tammy actually told me that she has a paint shaker, and that makes your primer actually work, your sealer actually work, and it completely.
How is she genius and hasn't shared this with the universe? Tammy!
And so she has like one that's like a little one that is good. It's quite expensive, but you could take your stuff to the paint store too and ask them.
Here's my primer. Can you shake it for me? That's awesome.
But that makes so much sense.
It does. And it would be Tammy, because she would have probably found that through Scott, her husband, that does car stuff. Because he probably has to do the shaky thing. And he probably has a big shaker and was like, yeah, there's a little shaker for the aerosols. She was probably like, oh, that's a thing. See, cross-pollination, it's magic. This one's funny. So Teresa says, every time I'm about to feed the trolls, I say to myself, what would Raven do? Occasionally, I take them on and I shouldn't, but generally speaking, a lot of people causing drama and trouble, if you give them any attention, it just makes it worse. So it's better to just ignore whatever they're doing and go do a good thing instead. Use that energy of like, to go do a happy thing for somebody else.
Or write your phone and then delete it.
Yes, I've done that a lot too. Several times, usually. In fact, I'm like, nope, delete, just to let the energy out, because I have to run through the energy or else something bad will happen. I'll either do something stupid or it'll come out in another way. Like Chris has been by when there's been hobby drama and I'm like, He's like, are you all right? Yes. He's like, you don't need to take it out on me. You know that, right? I'm like, I know. I just need to let the energy out. Like, run around the block for a second. And we are lucky. Ellen's saying that she wishes that there was more of a model horse hobby in Sweden to participate in, but you can help create it. If you know people that are into normal horses, or post a thing at a tack shop, be like, I'm having a little get together or show or a hobby hangout, whatever. Come learn what briars are. Enter the world of pony crack. Maybe don't put that on the poster.
If like you are an artist and you have like a couple like other stablemates kicking out, like kids class.
Yeah,
I've thought about that, because the kids are the ones that are kind of the future, because they don't really have a bias and they're not really like, oh, it's weird. My community, like saying, do you like horses? Do you want to learn to paint a horse?
Mm-hmm. You can paint this horse like your horse. Amy's just saying, that's what I love about this hobby. There's so many artists that support each other and want to help each other, which is so true. There's a few that don't, and there's a few that cause trouble, but there's a lot. Like, most of us are here by the good graces of others. They either taught us or they helped us with questions. I know I've asked questions to a whole bunch of people in the hobby, and it's happened kind of the same to me. I used to bug Maggie a fair bit about questions about casting and other stuff, and she was always really nice about answering. A whole bunch of us have administrative challenges when it comes to certain things, so answering emails. I know I've turned off messaging through the socials just because there's so many places to reply to things and it's really hard to track. So I've kept it to email. But if you send me an email and remind me if I don't reply right away, then because I think my email is up to like 200 emails in my inbox right now. So it's kind of challenging to get back to everybody. But if you send an email, I do want to reply and answer questions as much as I can.
Well, I think
the same.
The Facebook meta is like weird all the time because I have people message me there and then they get like upset because I didn't reply, but like just like disappears sometimes. So email is always the best way.
I've had that happen too, or I've had somebody ask something and I knew it was somewhere, and you can search messages even through Meta, and I still couldn't find it.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. And then it's not reliable. I've had a lot of issues even with Gmail right now bouncing things back as spam. So make sure if you're dealing with artists to check spam folders, because a lot of us have to send emails in either batches or they look like they could be marked as spam because they're relating to sales, right? So make sure you're checking your spam folders, because a lot of times I've had a few emails recently of people saying, hey, I haven't heard any updates about Biter or Scuttle. It's like, well, I've sent you several emails, and there's my spam folder, sorry. So there's that. And I know Mink had some issues with invoicing potentially going to spam and stuff too. So just so you're aware, make sure you're checking your spams and stuff. And if you're not hearing back from somebody, send another email. I know I need the poke every once in a while. I'm still not caught up on chat. Scrolling. Chaos can be magical.
You're way
my
down.
head herd. I like that. Jody says my head herd is all the ponies parading around in there. They're so cool. Laughs in Ohio Chaos. Oh no. Manly glitter. Man glitter. Yes. Man glitter. It's funny because I kind of questioned when he was going to buy all this Perlex and stuff. I'm like, you're making your transmission sparkling? He's like, it's metal flake. And he's got a Batman voice. We've had conversations recently because we'll go up to a drive-thru and order like Starbucks. And he's like, thank you. So I'm like, thank you, from around the corner. He's like, we don't have to, like, I don't need to raise my octave of my voice. I'm like, but you can be a little, like, Batman-y, which is, if somebody's not prepared for it, can be a little much. Because all I can picture is the poor person, like, here's your coffee. Thank you. I'm like, eh.
His chance is the opposite. He gets a octave higher when he's saying thank you, or like bring your octave down.
They need to talk to each other.
They do.
Chris can give her Batman lessons. Oh, we have a detention story. Hold on.
Yeah.
Rayleigh says, the one and only time I ever got detention was in art class. I love drawing horses, and a girl told me that I needed to draw something else. She bullied me all year, and I finally had enough. Turned around and said that she was just jealous. Oh, I can't read it all. Hold on. Just jealous that she couldn't draw crap, and she should shut her farting mouth. Did you actually say farting? You said it with an effort, didn't you? Horses have always been my passion. That's awesome. I don't know why horse girls are so, it's like a bully magnet. I had a lady and she's like, you're such an awesome person and you're so talented, but you need to stop being so obsessed with horses. So there's part of me nowadays that would like to contact her through Facebook, because I've, creeped her a few times. That's what you do. And be like, so how much do you make a year, and are you doing what you love? Because we need to have a coffee. Because there's a high likelihood I probably make more than you do every year, and I also am doing what I enjoy. And had I actually squished that little flame of horse obsessiveness, and yes, it's weird, and yes, it's a lot, but she was all just obsessively normal. Like, stop being so boringly normal. I don't know. There's some part of me that would like to go back and have conversations with those bullies and then put my arm around my little kid self and be like, it's okay. Horses are awesome and they're just boring. Lisa says she can confirm goat pickiness. And Teresa also can confirm goat pickiness. Darla is very picky. I have 3 different bags of goat feeds, and she's become a persnickety bubble. Oh, Katie has a link. Go check it out in the chat. That's for her medallions. Oh, it won't let me actually click on it here, so I can't bring it up here. But if you were in the chat, go check it out. We're overachievers, or Laura's an overachiever? We're both overachievers. How does one acquire a paint shaker? Asks Laura Brown. I assume Google could probably help. Or
yeah, it was like a
Happy Pomberchak.
Hey.
She'll just get a whole bunch of messages.
She'll come back at me and be like, "Why did you steal my secret?"
Amy's saying she heard paint shaker, thought you're shaking the horse, not the paint. Oh, some people are having stream challenges. You can close it and come back in is the suggestion. It might work better. We're not the only ones having trouble with cans, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Any tips for gorillas?
Just don't paint them.
Are you struggling with the color? Would you like to learn how to do it? Just don't paint that color.
Actually, for me as well. I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
I've done
I had a commission one that I should actually post because it was the Juggernaut Appaloosa one that I did, but I haven't posted anything about it. See, secret projects you guys don't know about. It was a private commission, so it's been home for like a year, so I should probably post pictures. And it was supposed to be more of a silvery Garula, and it ended up being more of a browning Garula. Because that's how it just wanted to go. For whatever reason, the silveriness is really hard. I have a Boydston Geordie that she painted for me in like a silver Garula, and you can see all the different color tones in it. It's got like pinks and blues, and it's crazy. So I can see why it's challenging. Jody has to bounce. Bye, Jody. Probably too late, but bye. You can always, if you want to catch up on the rest of the stream, you missed the beginning or you missed the end or you got to go or whatever, you can always watch them. They're on YouTube and Facebook. They're saved. So, I'm almost at the end of the comments. Success. Caught up. Ellen has to go take kittens out in the snow. Enjoy kittens in the snow, Ellen. We have people that used to draw during their meetings at work. So Laura Rock Smith. I was totally a doodler of ponies. There was ponies everywhere. My brain was like, ponies, ponies, ponies. Which is better because it filled up the place for boys. So I didn't do stupid stuff with boys. I was like, ponies.
True.
And he's like, preach it, Raven. I don't know what, but we're at Pony Church, so it's all good. Sherry's saying, my bullies now come to me asking to draw something for their benefit auctions. It's funny how that works. You'll see some of the Frozen folks doing them. I don't know what that's in regards to. Haley says, I just taught that class? Pony Church class or Garula class?
Garula class.
Wow. Haley teaches workshops and stuff as well. So not only pony hangouts, but she'll do, this is the Haley we're talking about. Airbrushing 101's coming up in a little bit, and different colors, hobby etiquette, and good things like that. So if you're ever interested in stuff, Haley has stuff going on. Teresa, hit up Laura Brown. She is the Saga Master. So for extra pins or whatever else. Katie's sending Haley a friend request.
Hey.
We're just gonna like bug Haley all stream. It'll be fun. Always answer the questions right. Cool. Well, if we have any other questions, I guess ask it in the chat, but we've caught up to questions. So is there anything else you wanted to chat about or show off?
right now.
You're like, too many secrets. Put her under pressure. Yeah, so I didn't show you guys this very well. But this is the classic. I do have a YouTube tutorial of repositioning this one and a little bit of the sculpting on it. It is the classic Eberl Haflinger mare that was sculpted to actually go with Olaf, which was the same mold but done as a standing fjord. And it should still be destined to go to Nikki for paint so that they match. But it's been hanging out and needs, obviously, there's some spots that haven't been filled in yet, but she's supposed to be a sleepy mama. And laying down is really hard because you got to get the weight right, but I love how the tail worked out. It's kind of fun.
I've actually
so that
referred... Oops, sorry.
There you go. Sorry.
I've referred to that tutorial you have on the moving of the parts a couple times.
Oh, yeah?
I do not do well with that. I end up just chopping things off and reattaching because I can't
So I've done that recently where I've just gone and melted stuff, and it is way harder to just melt things. So in the tutorial I talked about kind of how to get joints to flex a little bit better. Yeah, because just melting it doesn't always work because then you're working against yourself, and now I have to resculpt more things than I could have otherwise. So boo. We have a question. What breed do you want to see more resins done of in general?
I don't know.
I would like to see more crazy fantasy. So really neat takes on unicorns and Pegasi and hippocampuses.
I feel like, yeah, the same kind of thing. Less, more soul. More interesting positions and types, but maybe not necessarily perfect breed types. Because I feel like we've had a lot of those lately.
Well, it's neat to see how the hobby cycles through. We'll have a big focus on a certain type or a certain either a breed or very accurate. Everybody wants pissy ponies. That's been a thing for a while. So everybody's horses have been really grumpy. Because I think we have a collective hive mind as human beings, I believe, but particularly artists can tap into it. So inspiration will come knocking on, say, one door, but it also knocks on several because it wants to come out into the world. So it just waits for the first person to kind of pick it up. And that generally means that several of us are working on the same thing at the same time, not really knowing about it, or similar things. I've seen some stuff that, it's happened to me in the past where I've been working on something and somebody else will do it, and then another person will do it. It's what? Darren has a good story on this one. So I think that happens a fair bit, and I would normally sit back and wait, and now I'm just kind of letting her buck because that's just how she rolls. We are saying, Teresa's saying definitely more fantasy. Sherry's saying we need more babies. More grumpy things.
Cheers.
Well, and then you did the best customs. There was the collective buckskin.
Oh.
Where you all picked the same reference photo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same model, same color.
But I mean, when you type in buckskin American picture that came up. So if you're wanting to paint buckskin, that was weird.
Laura says the grumpy Mustang is the bomb. For real horse breeds, I would like to see more drafts, I think.
Yeah.
And I would also agree with more dynamic, weird stuff. So horses doing crazy things that we haven't necessarily seen before would be fun. But we don't seem to have a lot of drafts, big showy things. It reminds me of Equus Maximus with his big self and his stompy feet. I love that. Brenda says she's...
We need another meal.
We do need more mules and donkeys. I agree.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to work on that, actually. I have dreams. Brenda says she commissioned a Foundation Morgan to be cast, and KS Arts finally brought out a family of Foundation Morgans at the same time. Yeah, so it happens that it's the collective hive mind. We have it. And we just need to tap into it. More people saying gypsy vanners. Gypsy vanners, hairy horses, draft mules. We need draft mules. I love.
Yeah, I have a reference photo, and I'm like, I gotta do this.
I was actually doing a Pega mule on Minx Imperiador at the same time that she was working on her Pega mule, or Pega donkey. So ironically, I was using her horse that she sculpted for Briar to make the breed of a horse that she ended up sculpting at the same time I was doing. It was messed up. So yeah, because she's got the one. I can't remember what is Verte, maybe? I can't remember what the name of the Pegadonkey thing mule she did. Pegadonkey. Yeah. The Pegadonkeys and the Pega mules kind of look the same. More hunter type warm blood horses, endangered breeds like the Suffolk. Yeah. Should be fun.
I'm working on that right now, doing stickers and draw all of the breeds. I've got like 100, like, I'm not gonna give myself a time frame, but I've been slowly releasing them every month or so. But it's a different breed type and anatomy and stuff is really fun.
That's cool. Very, very fun. You need to do more healers.
Yes.
Four different breeds of dogs actually would be kind of fun if you wanted to break from ponies. But
though, because they're fluffy, and so they don't have like a shape. Like you can draw just a straight line, and you're like, yeah, it's inferred that it has hair. But a dog is just fur. It's way more challenging. I don't know.
Just think about it like a fluffy pony. So there's we got a comment about a cranky mule. Katie, there's a, the lady that I learned to trim from for hooves and farriery stuff, she posted a picture the other day of it's something to do with like, impending retirement, and it's a picture of a farrier and he's working on the shoes and there's a mule beside him and its ears are pinned, its legs cocked, and it's looking over like, try me. I'm like, I need to sculpt that. It would be like, it was kind of similar to Sadie Shoefly in that feeling of like, don't even, right? But it was a mule with the big long ears and I loved it. Yep, definitely need more mules. So I guess on that, we should probably think about wrapping things up. People are saying more little bit scale. So, Mammoth Jack would be fun too. Spanish mules, draft mules, all the mules. Cows, llamas, piggies. Do you have a unimule? Oh, that would be cool too.
Need to sculpt a goat. I know.
Yes, sculpt goat. So hopefully everybody enjoyed this stream and having Darren along for the ride. Yay! I don't have a clappy thing on my soundboard. I don't think. Let me see. Nope. I have ponies though. There's spirit sounds too, which is awesome. But you can find Darren. I'll post her stuff again here. Hold on. If you're just new, you can follow Darren at DJB Studios on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And if you missed part of the stream, you can go catch it on Facebook or YouTube. Darren and I are going to meet up later to chat about a collaboration we've been working on that you guys will get to know about hopefully soon here. And I haven't really told you who I'm collaborating with yet, so yay! And then we'll see you next Sunday, same pony time, same Pony Church channel. Yeah.
The
survey.
Yeah.
by
Yes.
Meave King DeVray, Survey Monkey -R-C86Q52G. So if you're on Facebook, hit it up in the comments because it's there. And if you are on YouTube, you will have to either type that in or go find that on Facebook. But hopefully everybody fills it out so we can get a better idea of what everybody likes to do in the hobby, because then things can get catered to what everybody does, which will be cool. Cool. And battle corn for the road.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Karen, for coming and hanging out and chatting and answering questions so graciously, especially on short notice. And I will see all of you guys later. Don't feed trolls. Take out that energy on doing something nice for somebody else in the hobby and being awesome instead. Cool. All right. We'll see you next time.
See you.
Bye. I have to figure out how to turn this off now.
Yeah.
All right.